guys, good morning. It's Monday morning, and it's 8:15. Time went back, so now it's going to start getting dark a little bit earlier, and it changes the way, at least down here where I'm at, it changes the way we do things. So trying to see. It changes the way we do things, man, because it gets so dark so early, as we move toward Christmas. It's hard to get a lot done. I don't know why Zach parks in a different spot every time he comes to work. I only park in the same spot. It's like now, if I had to get up in there for whatever reason, his car's in the way. But this week we don't have, we got enough work for us too. Today when I get off work, I'm gonna put some of my marketing stuff out for the skid steer work. The Takahauchi skid steer is supposed to come this month sometime. I'm not sure exactly when. I talked to the dealer salesman or whatever about 3 weeks ago, and he said it was still slated for sometime in November. He did say that it wouldn't be the beginning of November. So, but he did say also that, there's nothing as a guarantee. So, that's the nature of it, man. Whenever I get into the off season, as we go into like now, especially with as dry as it's been, and I've talked about it many times, I get a little bit spooked as far as workload, money spending, and all that. When I took on the building of this shop, I had anticipated about another $10,000 or $11,000 that I would be generating between the time I ordered the shop and the time that it came to pay. Put it this way, I had calculated in my head based on my numbers from previous years, this time of year from September to now, to where I would be able to pay all my bills and be able to generate the $13,000 down payment, on the shop. So, and I haven't been able to do that. I'll be honest. We haven't been able to generate nothing even close to that. So, as I see this, and instead of me generating, and I ain't talking about generating, that's maybe the wrong word, making enough money to let go of to cover the $13,000 in cash that I put down on the building. We might have generated that much, but there's a lot of expenses that go into that. I calculated back in, early September when I started looking at buildings and I started, diving into the design and what I wanted to spend and blah, 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 the concrete and blah, blah. Number one, I never thought it would cost me $9,000 for concrete. And that's about what I got in the concrete. I got $5,500 and then $3,500. So that's $9,000. Yeah, and then there's some other costs too, $500 or $600 for miscellaneous during that process too. So about $9,000 in concrete. I didn't anticipate that. I thought it would be more like $7,000, right? $6,500 or something. But that's my fault mostly for not knowing everything I needed to know, just like I'm running into now. And then, the drainage part of I didn't even think about none of that. It's just so many things that I have to wrap your mind around when you're doing a building like that. And though I'm okay with it, I'm a little bit weary, now that we're not generating any money, or we're not generating enough money for me to cover my projected cost for the building. I just knew that I would generate and be able to let go of, maybe generate 17 or 18,000 and let go of 13 without it affecting anything, and have work still coming in. And that's not been the case. I've been able to generate maybe, 8,000 and let go of 6, toward the down payment. So now I'm still, to me, in my brain, I'm $6,000 in the hole. That's kind of, way I'm looking at from a financial standpoint. You got to be looking at things when you're in business for yourself and you're trying to do different things, where you're at financially. You don't never want to run yourself short of cash. Even though you could sell something and blah, 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 you still don't want to run yourself short of cash. Never. And once my money goes into a savings account, I hate to pull it out. And I got safeguards in me having the ability to pull it out of savings. Now, I can pull it out of a checking account, but once it goes into the savings, then it's hard, it's really difficult for me to get the money out. And I've made it that way because I don't have a checkbook on the savings account, and I don't have a debit card on the savings account. I have to go to the bank to get money out of my savings account. I can't just go on and transfer money out of this particular savings account. So, yeah. So I'm finding myself, a little bit weary, like I said, as we go into the more of the off season, and we still haven't had any rain. And, we need to generate more money, period. Normally, based on years past, by looking at my books, I would have generated twice as much money between the first week of September and the first week of November than I have now this year. This year, we had a great summer, and we have good days and bad days, but I haven't generated as much money since the first week of September that I have in last year. And it's not because we're not efficient or anything. It's because of the weather. It's unseasonably warm still. Like right now it's 73 degrees and it's 8:15 in the morning. See what I'm saying? It's just, and dry. And there's a period here in my area that the grass, the trashy grass will continue to grow because the weather's so warm. But if you don't get no rain for 6 weeks in September, October, then the grass is not growing. And then by the time you do get some rain, well, it done got too cold for any grass to grow. And that's kind of where we're at. I done lost that money. That money's not, that $6,000 or so that I'm short based on last year's numbers, that $6,000, I'm not going to get that money back. That money's gone. The time has passed, and now I'm thinking, okay, let me swallow that $6,000, get that out of my brain, right? And now moving forward, I'll be able to stick and move. But that's not the case, because we're still in a drought, and we're still not having any cold weather, and we're still where we are. So yeah, I'm not liking it, man. I'm not liking it at all. And that's why, that's one reason, and that's one reason why I haven't been real proactive about getting the new skid steer. Though if it comes up, I will get it, but I haven't been chasing the dealer down and like I would if I had not had to put money out and not be getting any of my money back I don't know, man. That's just where I'm at, you know. It ain't nothing that I don't deal with on the reg. It's just a little bit unnerving for me right now to be spending a bunch of money on anything, considering I'm so short on workload. So yeah. So I appreciate the comments on the video yesterday. I haven't really had a whole lot of work going on, so you know, I haven't been doing a lot of videos. I've been doing a lot of little things around the house. Y'all seen some of it. But other than that, man, we just, you know, just pushing through, man, pushing through, y'all. And yeah. But today we got about $500 worth. So we'll get that done, and then tomorrow we got a pond bank clearing. That's going to be, I think I told him $600. So this week we ought to be hitting about the same as last week. Because last week we worked those 2 days and got to 2,100, and then we did a few lawns here and a few lawns there. But the lawns are just, man, they ain't about nothing. You know, it's one of the bad things about not having any leaf, any work that requires leaf cleanup, or very little. Like the yard we're going to this morning, y'all been over there 100 times. Like this yard, it's one that, well, it's Bermuda grass, and she has some leaves in it, but it's not a big cleanup or nothing. We just mulch the leaves up. Okay, y'all. So y'all see these leaves, and they're pretty thick on here. But all we do every year is we mulch them. And what I usually do is I'll walk up through here with the little blower. Zach should have blown them off the road. You gotta, like I say, I always say in these videos in the fall time, you gotta be thinking about what you're doing up front. See, Zach, he got the blower in the back. He could have blown off this as he was walking up through there. But I got the little Milwaukee blower. And what I normally do is I run lines this way. Y'all know that. Y'all been over here 100 times. And then what ends up happening is I just keep pushing the leaves up toward the tree. And then right when we get over that little crest there, I mulch them all up right there. Yeah. Now we could walk in here with a blower and all that, but I don't. Because up around the front porch, there's not a lot of leaves other than what you see on the grass. And see, these trees right here need to be trimmed, and I'm going to talk to her about trimming some of these branches off so they'll quit breaking in the summertime. Y'all see on where they're running into each other right there, that needs to be trimmed. This tree needs to be trimmed. There's a lot of trimming over here, but she's one of those customers that really is kind of funny about what to trim. So y'all see the leaves. I'm glad they're all spread out like this, and I'm glad the ground is a little bit damp. And it ain't damp because of rain, it's damp because of sweat. That's what it feels like. It's muggy out here. So I'm gonna get on the X-Mark. So we got that one done, and we just mulched the leaves up over here, and we know we're going to be coming back at least probably right before Thanksgiving, and we'll do all the bushes and everything. And that'll be about a $350 cleanup, the final one. This right here is just a little bit more than a regular lawn cut. We didn't have to. I got Zach a pair of boots, some Keen boots, and I'll put an image of them up here. I was gonna make him pay a little bit on them, but I think I'm just gonna let him have them. We've been so slow with work, and he's been working so good that I'm just gonna let him have the boots, man. Like, call it a Christmas present, end of the season present, whatever, you know? All right, y'all, he just pulled up. This week, how do they feel?
They feel good.
Just stay still, and let me just. They look good.
Yeah.
They probably break in a little bit better. I think them will last. Them are Keens, y'all. How much were they? Like 140?
Yeah, 100 or 140 something like that.
Yeah, 140 bucks.
They got real deep grooves on them.
Yeah.
Like,
they're pretty nice boots, man.
I walk in mud, man. That stuff kicks on them.
Right.
Better than ones I had.
Yeah. So look, man. I'm thinking man, I need to walk around some because my back's tight. So I'm probably gonna blow some over here. I don't have my blower. So let's fill that blower up with fuel.
Pretty full over there.
Is it? Yeah.
That was.
There's an idea that I have been seeing some guys and guys even in my area are doing it. This is what they're doing. Now you got to be kind of situated a little bit to do this. This is not for a beginner. So there are people in my area and they're buying like just a 1 acre lot, you know, like right here, you know, in the freaking woods, you know, and they're spending, I don't know, you know, $30,000, say, we'll just say that, for just a wooded freaking 1 acre lot. And I don't know if that's the price or what, but we'll just say that. And what they're doing, and what this one guy's doing, is he's going on there and he is buying a lot. Of course, he's financing it, mortgaging all on the lot. And you got to have good credit to do this, or a lot of cash. So he spends 30 grand on a 1.3 acre lot, right? And then what he does is he takes his skid steer, his dump trailer, and he's got a mini excavator too. And he takes it over there, he puts a little road in, he makes a little path for a house, potential house, makes a little clearing. And then what he does is he'll bring some gravel in, blah, blah, blah. And then he turns around and sells the property, like, you know, 3 months later. And if he bought the property for, you know, $30,000, he'll sell it for $50,000 and make a $20,000 profit and get his money back. Now, and I know there's probably some things I don't know about and that kind of thing, but that's basically what he's doing. And he wouldn't be able to do that if he didn't have the equipment he owns. So that sounds really intriguing to me, you know, because I got good credit. If I can go sign my name and get a 1 or 2 acre lot somewhere, you know, that's, you know, especially if it's close to my house, and it can just be the woods, it doesn't matter. And it's all a gamble, right? And I can go in there and put a road in and, you know, that kind of thing. then that's a way to generate money. And that's a way to generate big chunks of money. You know, of course, that's a way to lose big chunks of money too. But as we slow down in the season, and it's slowed down to a freaking grinding halt now. But see, I didn't know that. See, usually we're gung-ho all the way up until Thanksgiving. I mean, wide open. We're doing 7, 8, 10 yards a day, you know. And I know some of you guys do 20 and 30 yards, but you know, if we can do 7 or 8 per day this time of year, and there, you know, be, you know, 80 to 100 and $120 lawns, and that's where we want to be. That's where we usually are, just not today. Yeah. Anyway, that's just some thoughts this morning. What do y'all think about that little money making plan? I don't know, man. I might check it out though. Let me see what because if I go a little further south from me, and I ain't got to go too far, I can buy acre lots, you know, woody, and you know, I want it to be wooded acres too, because then it costs less, because I can remove trees and that kind of thing. There ain't too much that, you know, I mean, that I can't do on a wooded acre lot, as long as it's not a swamp or nothing like that, you know. I'm gonna start doing a little bit of research though. Anyway, I'll kick back. Okay, guys, so that's about a wrap, man. On the day, it's 1 o'clock, so we worked about 4 hours. Zach will get a bill, and yeah, and that's, I mean, that's what we got, man. Getting this one, yeah. We got a lot done though, you know, in that little time period. And we got more work, but we need to kind of just kind of keep rolling with it, man. And you know, I'm glad we got to the point where we got to today. But anyway, I gotta make a phone call real quick on the way home. And y'all know what it is. It's Sammy time Monday. Peace out.